Hello out there, comic book lovers. It is Friday. So you know what that means. I'm doing my Friday night reviews. I am going to take three comics from the previous Wednesday, so the three what I thought were the best, and do a review of them. And then I'm going to take the one that I liked the least. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, but it's the one that I liked the least. And check it out. Alrighty, let's go for number 2. Now, this is a book that I heard was coming out, and I had to call my shop and say, get it for me. Just from the title alone. I mean, seriously. With this title, it was gonna be either really good or awful, and I wanted it either way. Mullet Cop. Published by Scout Comics. Written by Tom Lintern. Right there. This is a really thick book. It's $8. It's called Episode 1, Rise of the Buffet Warrior. Okay, so how do we describe this book? I think it's satire. It's satire. But it is kind of a takeoff of Knight Rider, RoboCop. I want to say the Warriors, but not quite. With some little elements of Tron maybe thrown in there. Okay. So it's set in the future, and you have mega malls that are just, those are the things now. There's a war and all this stuff. Now they have all these mega malls where everything is in there. I mean, you have game shows in there. You have just all sorts of stuff. So and they have mall cops. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of Paul Blart in here too, who go around, and they're the ones doing law and order. And some of the parts of these huge malls are infested with like these gangs, right? It's the Pink Warriors or some weird thing like that. And so they people have been warned not to go there, right? And there's a big thing at a game show, and people are getting attacked, and the mall cops show up, and dude gets shot in the face. And he survives, but he has to have his face is redone, so he looks differently. AKA, sort of like what happened in Knight Rider, right? Michael Long is dead, Michael Knight took over, and he looks different. And they've got when he's being instructed on how to do this, on what's going on now, he says he doesn't like his mullet, but there's a reason why he has a mullet. It helps him keep his looks or something. It was something stupid. I mean, just so the guy has to have his mullet, but he's got a microwave which helps him fight crime. It can make any food that he wants. You stick this goop in, and it makes whatever you want, like the tuna casserole or something like that. And it's called MIT, Microwave Industries 2000, or something like that, which is sort of like the car, and it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really big takeoff of Knight Rider. And it talks. So this is a really b And of course, you have the whole. You've got an associate of his who comes back as a kind of a robot. So that's the RoboCop part. And it's just they're just having some fun with this whole thing. One of the weird parts is if you look at it, it's all done in kind of a pastels type coloring, and it's got a really big 80s vibe, even to musicians playing saxophone, which was big back in the 80s. So yeah, it's kind of a pastel 80s vibe to it. I thought it was just really fun to read. It was worth the $8 that I paid for it. And if you're looking for something fun to read, that's just so let's go with this shit and do it. Get this book. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Just say, pick it up, kick back, put your feet up, and enjoy the hell out of it. Anyway, if you read it, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comics.